どうも、かに座の人です。ファイナルファンタジー16続きをやっていきたいと思います。お願いいたします。早速本日飲むお酒紹介していきましょう。本日飲むお酒はこちら。ドドン。はい。本日はビールでございます。本日飲むビールはアサヒ生ビール黒生でございます。はい。ちょっとね、久しぶりに黒ビール飲みたいなと思いまして、せっかくなんでね、日本のアサヒの黒ビールを飲もうかなと思います。本日は 500ml 缶、長く楽しむためにこちらで開けてグラスに注いで飲んでいきたいと思います。それでは少々お待ちください。はい。それでは飲み物の用意ができましたので乾杯したいと思います。こちらの配信動画をご覧いただいている方もよければですね、アルコール、ノンアルコール、ソフトドリンク用意していただいて一緒に乾杯してくれると嬉しいです。それでは今日も一日お疲れ様です。乾杯。あはー、おいしい。悪くないですね。はい。黒ビールらしい香ばしい感じもしっかりあって、ほのかにね、甘い感じも、はい、ありますね。アサヒビールね、割とすっきりめのビールが多い印象ですが、こちらはちゃんとね、黒ビールらしいコクというか、飲み応えがあって、なかなかいつものアサヒにも増して、はい、美味しいビールでございます。はい。ロースト感とか効いていて、普通の生ビール、ピルスナータイプのビールとかラガータイプかな、はい、そういったビールとはまた味わいが変わってまいりますので、もしよければ黒ビール買って飲んでみてはいかがでしょうか。はい、というわけでございますが、前回はというとフーゴを倒しまして、ロザリアの危機というかね、はい、救ったというかなんですけども、フーゴ自体はね、クライブが腕を切り落とした後に何者かに連れ去られてしまいました。でね、どこに行方をくらましたのかは分からなくて捜査中でございまして、でその間にね、トルガルがフーゴ戦の直前になんと変身して兵糧フェンリル本来の姿ですね、変身いたしました。でそれがね、いわゆる北の部族の、守り手というかね、はい、そういったところの関係性というのが明らかになりました。でさらにシドの一人娘ミドがやって帰ってきたって言っていいんですかね、はい、やってきまして、何やら工房をこのクライブの隠れ家に作っていました。はい。今後どんどんなんかできるようになるかもしれませんね。で前回最後はなんとバイロンおじさん、はい、甥っ子大好きおじさんがやってきまして、さあ一体何をで来たのかというところでございました。じゃあ早速バイロンおじさんに会いに行きましょう。おじさん。
My dear nephew, how I've missed you.
How did you find this place?
驚きましたよ、おじさん。
Through the good offices of young Sir Wade. He really is the
ウ
most
ェイドから聞いたと。
fellow. As are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they freed tell the most outlandish tales of
そ
your
こで情
heroics in
報が伝わっているん
Rosalith,
ですね。
which is why I came to learn the full truth of the
なるほ
matter.
ど、ロザリスの
Sort the
様
facts
子を
from the fiction.
伺おうと思ってクライブに
You were working
訪
with
ね
the
てきたのか
Guardians
な。
of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosalith to Port Isolde.
I was. Aye.
Then I have questions for you. Please, come inside, Uncle.
クライブもクライブで
Gladly.
聞きたいことがあるんですかね。
You there?
お、
There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers, would you?
2000万ギル。
2,000?
声も高くなってるわ。
And I'm afraid that is all I know.
A fleet sailing south past Port
ポー
Isolde.
トイゾルデ沖に
Most
船団。
intriguing.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Kupka withdrew wounded from Rosalith. Still less that my own nephew dealt the decisive blow.
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dalmekian fleet and recent reports of the
ほうほう
Royalists'
ほう。いろんな情
movements,
報を
that the
手
final
繰り
piece
寄
of
せ
the puzzle
て、
has fallen into place.
はてさてど
Come
こにい
here
る
and
の
I'll
か。
show you.
ビビアンレポートのお時間です。
It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast.
うんうん、これが攻め入った
So
時
can
で
the
す
same be
ね。
said of your visitors from Waloed?
一方、ウォールードは
Certainly, her royal navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears
海
her
軍
knights
力、
from one battlefield
海
to
に
the
強いんで
next.
すね。
And in the Einherjar,
アイン
or
ヘ
Black
リアル。
Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift
うー
and
ん。
every bit as feared as the kingdom's
騎馬兵
legendary
団と並んで
cavalry.
の2枚看板。
A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes, it seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then,
ここで問
had
題。
you a vested interest in Titan's survival?
最適な場所、それは
Why home to Drake's Fang? A place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts.
お、見えてきたぞ。
But would that not entail an arduous
ドレイ
voyage
ク
around
フ
the
ァン
southern
グ。
cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose.
マザークリスタルに
Would
囲
that truly have
ま
been
れて
their
いる
plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde. To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by
迂
unforgiving
回し
waves,
て黒
his
の
life hanging
一
in
帯
the
を
balance.
迂回。
No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waluda friends? Reports suggest they made
おや
not
お
for
や
the coast,
砂漠方面に
but for the desert.
向かっている。
And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who
あー、なるほど
effected
ね。
Hugo Kupka's safe retreat.
船はまあおと
I
り
would
的な
stake your
感じ
life
か
on
な。
it.
So it was the Waludas who spirited the wretch away. Now I think about it, there was something a little strange about the ships I saw. The men seemed almost crestfallen, as if in mourning, as if they believed, or were made to believe, that their master was dead.
You have a keen mind, Lord Rosfield. And you have your answer. To find Kupka,
ベル
you
クロ
are
イ
merely
砂
to
漠
follow
か
the
らドレイ
Royalist
クフ
trail
ァングへ
across the Velcroy. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they say in the Republic,
さあ成り行きとはいえマザクリ破壊へと近づく
Allow
か。
me to
おっと
accompany you
おじさんも来
part of
る
the way. As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Canberward on business after visiting you here. The Fang would be but a short detour.
I'd be glad of the company. Give me a moment to make ready. I need to tell my friends what we've learned and where we're going.
Very well, but be quick about it, my boy. Time waits for no man.
Otto, Kupka's at Drake's Fang. I'll be leaving before
ドレイクファ
sunset.
ングへ行く
You're
ぜ。
not going in there alone, are you?
Don't worry. I'm not going
ああ、
there
まあ
to
あくまで
destroy
フー
the
ゴを
Mother
撃つこ
Crystal.
と。
All I'm after is Kupka's head. I won't risk any more than I have to. I promise.
The lands around the Fang are all Kupka's personal fiefdom.
うんうん、お膝
Have
元
any
的な
trouble on
ね
the。way, you ask for Rosina
ルジ
Dallamy,
ェナ・ダリミル、
Suncaller, the Desert Hare,
砂漠の
Who
耳。
is she?
an old associate of Sid's.
ああ、なるほど、協力者
Lovely
ね。
Sid's. All I know is the name, and that they
ダ
used
リ
to
ミル宿場。
at the
うんうんう
Dallamy
ん。
Inn. We've heard nothing from her since he died. But I'm thinking maybe the new Sid might be able to bring her back into the fold.
Thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
So, What about your uncle? I mean, he's welcome to stay, but...
Don't look so worried. He'll be coming with me.
Thank fuck for that.
Gav, Otto.
まあ2000万ギルも積まれちゃったらな。ダルメキア共和国領。
I was a young man when last I walked
お
this.
じさんは来たことがある。
There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
The trading post it is.
砂塵に問う。はい、というわけでじゃあバイロンおじさんと一緒にとりあえずは宿場町へ行きましょうか。いろいろとモンスターもいるから戦いながら行こうかな。
Our destination lies over that dune, beyond the ruins.
ふんふんふん。
Mark 'em well, Clive. It's all too easy to lose one's bearings in the sands.
了解ですおじさん。でもちょっと敵とも戦わせてくださいな。
Many years ago, when you were just a
Hold on.
boy, you and I rode this way together, accompanying your father on a scouting expedition to Drake's
ドレイクファング視察の時だね。
I'm not surprised you don't
ああ、
remember.
ジョシュアが生まれ
It
る
was
前
just。before Joshua was born. You were so eager to be there when your brother arrived. That you whipped your
思い出
job
話
too hard on the journey
思い出話に花が咲いているよ。
I shall never forget how Elwyn fussed over you as you sat in the sand, bawling like a babe.
チョコボに乗ってもいいんですが、とりあえずは
There she is, the good old Dalamil Inn. Do you know, this heat has given me quite a thirst.
休んでいきましょうおじさん。
Drink before we press on?
ダリミル宿場。おじさん、そんなに喉乾いてたの？めちゃくちゃフライブを追い越してまで。オールガルが威嚇しているぞ。ということは敵か？黒チョコボ？
Look, there. Those are Ashen steeds.
ウォールド軍。
No doubt about it.
And such a long ride from Stone here. Our Waluda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join them? Run along and play now, Torgal.
ああ、お留守番ですね、トルガルは。偉いな、でも、ちゃんと分かって行動できるってめちゃくちゃ知能高いな。さあ、宿場町に入りまして、まあ食堂的なとこかな。こんな剣持ってたらバレそうな気もするわな。
Good day to you. Eating?
Sorry about my pal. He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light,
チョコボ肉、チョコボも食べるの？
lentils and honey.
2 bowls of that then. An ale.
Right you are.
Hey, go!
Coming!
チョコボも食べるんだ。
Pal? Would you rather be my squire?
2階に上がっていく？ あれジョシュアの従者？めちゃくちゃニアミスしてんのもしかして。ちょっとおじさん、もう一人の甥っ子がすぐそこに。
Your Grace, it is plain you are not yet well enough to
ああ、
travel.
ジョシュアと合流できんか
You will only let me take
な
you to。someone who can better attend to your ills.
クライブめちゃくちゃ
We must press on. Prince Dion has returned to his camp and will soon depart
ニア
for
ミ
the
スしてい
front.
るけどどうなんだろ
I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this chance and I may never get another.
う。ジョシュアは
Yes,
バハムー
Your
トのド
Grace.
ミナントに会いに来たのか。
You must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch you some water.
ティオンに会うためにジョシュアは来ている。一方クライブたちはフーゴを追ってきている。工作するかこれは。どうなんだ、それともすれ違うかどうなんだろう。お、従者が下に行って従者が気づくか。いや、もうジョシュアにもあったらおじさんもうそっとしちゃうんじゃないかああ、乾杯だ。
Keep watch, they tell us. But all I see is sand.
I hear they got our guest back to the Fang without any trouble.
あ、
We'll be
フ
leaving
ー
soon
ゴはもう
enough.
ドレイクファングに着いた。
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way
騎
just
士
to
長。
save that blockhead skin. We'll never know. Dominant or
ああ、
not,
ドミナント。
bloody
これは
idiot.
濃厚ですね。
That'll be cooker, then.
あ、話聞かれてたよ、今。
Well, let's get this down us. We've a long way to go.
Hey, you.
ドキ。
Uncle? Sorry.
おやおや、ちょっと空気が。
Can you walk, Your Grace?
What's wrong?
I fear trouble may be brewing downstairs.
あー、ニアミスしそう。ニアミスしそうだな、これ。
You two are travelers, are you not? Me and my companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Help us find our way.
Sorry, lads. But we've got business in camera that can't wait.
I'm sure you could
絡まれてんな。 めちゃくちゃ絡まれてんな。他のお客さんも。めちゃくちゃ食うやん。
I'm afraid we don't have a moment to lose. Friend. Stay back, Uncle.
Gladly.
そこで飲んでてくださいよ、おじさん。こんな雑魚らはね、フライブ一緒で十分ですよ。
The outlaw. Take him.
初手転生の炎。悪いな。からの、うわ。出し惜しみはしないんだよ。
Bravo, my boy. Just like that.
あとはお前だけか。突っ込んでろ。 まだ食べていた。
For your trouble.
気前はいいな。
Word of advice, miss. That soup could do with a touch more salt.
さあ、従者はクライブに気づいたが、どうする？報告する？ジョシュアに。
Now's our chance.
あれ？クライブのことは伝えない？
Your Grace?
I'm fine.
Ah, あー、残念ながらニアミスか。ここでは合わないか。クライブの、あ、フェニックスの羽が
Clive?
感じ取っている。いるのか、ジョシュア。すごい、部屋をちゃんと割り出している。感じている。ジョシュア、そこにいたんだな。ああ、人参残してる。人参残している。これ言うのか、おじさんに。ああ、言わない。心に秘めたまま。ああ、トルから合流。そういえば。いやー、ニアミスだったんだよな、ジョシュアと。でもクライブは気づいている。ジョシュア。どこにいるんだ？
Well, we didn't know where to find Kupka before. We do now.
The Royalists said it themselves.
ドレイクファング。
Guest is in a fang. We should press on before any more of their friends turn up.
ですね。じゃあ次の目的地はドレイクファング。あら、封鎖されてる？ぽいですね。ダルメキア軍で
Close the road. And it's the
固め
only
られ
way
てる
from
か。
here to the Fang. It would seem Lord Kupka is not accepting visitors at present.
We have to get through that gate.
どうしたもんか。
Not by force, I trust. We've attracted quite enough unwanted attention already.
By guile, then. Perhaps the
お、
desert
そういえば
hare
そういえ
can
ば。
offer us her aid.
Rosina Dalamil, woman of mystery. But how will we find her? We know naught of her but her name.
And that she was working with Sid. Sid's other collaborators have all been people of means, the wealthiest and most successful members of their communities. I'll wager this Rosina Dalamel is the same.
That would certainly help to narrow the search.
街で顔の利く商売人。
And that's exactly what I mean to do.
誰か知らんかね。
Lubor, Lord Furder told me to bring them to you.
My boys tell me you're in need of assistance.
若いね。
Sid the Second?
I won't waste your time. I need passage through the south gate.
Tell me, what do you think is a merchant's most important commodity? Why, trust. Everyone knows that. Without it, you have nothing. And nothing is exactly what you have. And so, for you, I, too, have nothing. I'm not in the business of helping every lost puppy that wanders in off the street. I'm a busy man, as you can see.
Let's leave this mummer to his farce.
By all means. Find someone else to help you on your way. Just be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for.
まあそれもそうで
Don't
すよ
want
ね。
them jumping to conclusions, do we?
Why, you...
So, what do we need to do to earn your trust?
I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. Ha! Men like you have a special place in my heart. Why, you ask? Because they get me what I want.
なるほどね。ちょっとクエストをやってもらうって感じかな。
Fine. So what do you want?
Don't tell me you're going to listen to this swaggering scruff.
We might as well hear him out. It's only natural that an ally of Sid's would seek assurances of strangers. Assuming he is an ally, of course. 5 years ago, he would have still been a boy.
And yet even then I had more good sense than a man, 5 times my age? But enough of the pleasantries. We were speaking of what I want. I want you to put an end to the trouble in Dalamil.
この町が抱える厄介事を解
Turn
決
to
し
me
ろ
when。you have done so, and you shall have my aid. Until then, I bid you good day.
What trouble? If you're going to give us orders, be clear about them, damn you.
Manners, Greybeard. One catches more damselflies with honey than with vinegar.
What did you call me?
My apologies. A word of advice in recompense. Follow the crystals.
クリスタル。
Oh, but that was 3. Oh, I'm making this too easy for
ク
you.
リスタル不足とかそんな感じ？
Ha! It will be easy. Solving his little riddle should be like dealing with him. Child's play. Let us divide our forces, Clive. I'd rather not drag this parlor game on any longer than we need to.
All right. Good luck, Uncle.
茨の課題。
I thought we were the only ones causing trouble.
クリスタルについて聞き込み開始。
I'll take it from here.
お願いします、おじさん。あ、こんなところにクリスタルの保管庫が。
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord. You've brought your contribution?
All the silver and stones I could scrape together at such short notice.
You brought the whole 500 talents.
500万切れ。
That was the price we agreed upon, yes? If you've no objections, I'd like to see the crystal.
Of course. Right this way, my lord.
さあ、たくさんのクリスタルがあるが。
Not bad at all. You weren't lying about the clarity. But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road, what guarantee have I that it wouldn't be seized as property of the Republic?
Because these crystals are no longer the property of the
ダルメ
Republic.
キアのクリスタルじゃ
You're
ない
buying。from us. You're buying from them.
And we have no more jurisdiction here
ウ
than
ォール
you,
ド
my
兵が
lord.
関わっていると。
But we have ships and will gladly deliver to a port of your choosing now that our price has been met.
Royalists, eh? What brings you here?
Why, to collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course. Our nations are allies, and so they are entitled to a portion of the Mother Crystal's bounty. And being such good friends, we elected to increase that portion and share the benefits. And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed, we are duty-bound not to interfere, no matter where they might happen to end up next.
Did you get all that? They're in cahoots!
So it would seem.
ここでクライブ登場。
What is the meaning of this?
Double-crossing dogs.
悪いなお前ら、ここで切ってもらおうか。
Kill them both!
うえ。ああ、チョコボを倒すのは苦しいがしょうがないな。悪いなチョコボ。
Well, that wasn't too bad. How'd you like my performance, huh? I've often played the villain on the stage. I think I did the role.
そういえばそんな話もしてたな。
Greybeard, you were magnificent. The battle scene was particularly thrilling. Such a shame you didn't have more of an audience, but perhaps
ルーボー
that's
ル
for
は
the
しっ
best.
かりと見ていた
How
と。
long have you been watching?
Long enough to witness your uncle's sordid transaction. I hardly expected one so venerable to degrade himself so thoroughly, buying one's way into the confidence of degenerates.
なんたって豪商だからな。
Genius.
This was the trouble you spoke of. The men of the Rock taking crystals meant for the common folk and conspiring with the Royalists. Well, now it's over.
Indeed it is. The people of Dalamil had scarcely any means of redress against Kupka's men, let alone a foreign army. Until you two came along, that is. Well, we'd better get these crystals back to town. You won't mind waiting with them while I fetch a wagon.
これで信用はしてもらえたかな。 しばらくして。
It occurs to me that I still don't know your name.
Clive.
クライブだ。
So, Sid the Second.
なんかちょっと笑ってんな。なんだこいつ。
I suppose it could have been worse. Well, Clive, you held up your end of the bargain. So
仕事が早いね、さすが。
Passage through the south gate, was it not? To tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. Many of the guards have already been redeployed to deal with the issue of their missing comrades. And those left behind have been encouraged to look the other way should you attempt to pass through.
Thank you. And please allow me to cover your costs. You still have the purse I gave to the soldiers, I trust? I saw you pluck it from one of the bodies.
Oh, dear. Was I really so obvious?
And my name is not Greybeard. It is Lord
Byron
Byron
sama.
Rosfield. Thank you very much.
No, thank you very much. Greybeard.
Double the...
Here, wear this.
あ、信頼流しな気がする。やっぱりな。大体な、こういうのはな。
Any friend
決
of
ま
mine
ってる
who
んだよ
sees you
な。
with it shall be a friend of yours.
Thank you, Lubor.
And please, feel free to send one of my Stoluses back to your people. Tell them that Rosina Dalamil is back in bed with Sid.
We are lost.
かわいい。 袋かわいい。でも目は怖い。目は怖いよ。
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive? So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold. Well then, I wish you a safe journey south.
Thank you.
Not at all. It was my pleasure.
Come on, Uncle. Let's go.
Quest completed.